I'm like, it's got growls in it. You can't do shit but be aggressive.
I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Danny Slab here. So you want a painting? Maybe you want a t-shirt? Maybe you want some tote bags? We got more than that on my website, so check it out, SlaboArts.com. Thank you for watching. Love.
All right, now, y'all. Welcome back to the What They Want podcast. I'm your boy, Snow. We got Danny Slab.
What's up?
We got a special guest tonight.
Yes, sir.
Don Domingo, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, the Don Domingo, that is. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
A.K.A. Joey Sunday, A.K.A. the big and tall superstar. I'm outside, man, like a street pole.
Woo. There it is.
That's one hell of an intro right there, man. Goddamn it. I
Like a
don't know
street
pole. He's sick.
I wish I had that swag to be able to do that, y'all. I mean, shit.
I had to develop it.
Hey, it didn't happen overnight.
It took years of incubation. I had to incubate that swag. You know, it was a swig at first.
Okay, I'm still on baby sips. Okay, I'm
getting
getting
at first, and now it's a swag. It's a full-grown swag.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank y'all for having me out here, man. I appreciate that, man. Much love.
Hey, these fitteds are crispy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all rocking the day wolves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, day wolves.
Yeah, snapback's
Pray
crispy.
for the
I
wolves,
love
man.
it.
It's crispy. He's rocking it, too. You know what I'm saying? A-frame, rocking it. You know, appreciate that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
We're going to tap in about them hats. So, real quick, man, let's start this thing off, man.
Yeah.
Tell the people, obviously, you went by Joey Sunday at one point.
Yes, sir.
Now you're Dom Domingo.
The biggest.
Right? Okay. So then tell the people about yourself then.
Yeah, man, Don Domingo, man, I'm actually, like, what I like to call myself is I'm a music nerd who fancies himself a producer. You know what I mean? Like, I can, and by producer, I don't just mean making beats. I mean, that's great, but if you need a song written, I got you. R&B, pop, whatever, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You need me to, you need some footage I got you. So I've been doing this for 20 years now. So 20 years, rocking out, worked with a lot of different people. Maybe not a lot of people but like I said, Ecstasy, I've said Rolo, I've said King Kie, Miss Nicole. Shout out Miss Nicole. That Sunday Vibes is crazy. Modo now, shout out to Modo. Rob.Sumbody, The Jewel. There's a lot of different people, man. Ace the Czar, everybody, man. That was my inner circle coming up. So doing a lot of beats.
Rob.Sumbody is a rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just had to make sure real quick. Because he did it. All right. Because I know he was with the hats and everything. Yeah. So, but, and then I was
he somehow he became the creative director of everything. Like, I was making, like, the logos and everything, putting everything together. I turned around, showed him how to do something, one thing, turned around, next thing he got a whole collection of clothes. I'm turning around, I'm like, man, this guy's amazing. So, not only can he rap, you put the auto-tune on, you know what I'm saying? He turned into Gerald Levert, you know what I mean? Yeah. Somebody Levert is what we call him on the low. And then we get it going. So, yeah, man, I'm trying to tap into, getting past because when I came up, that was like early 2000. So I would probably say like 2008 up to like 2012, 2016. I was on a whole different wave. I was really trying to do like a lot of like hard street music at that time.
Okay.
And then now I've kind of understood, like, running with my boy over there, running with Rob.Sumbody, like, he's really international. He travels a lot. Okay. So he was always bringing me new music to listen to, and I'm always just like, nah, okay, man, I got you, you know what I mean? But I'm on this little Boosie right now. I'll see you in a minute. And then the thing about it is that now that I've, grown up a lot, and, so now I'm just on a different type of wave. I've done, pop, EDM, I've done R&B, I've just kind of opened it up. So this is really my second win, man. I've had my first run and it was great. I took a 6-year break, and then I was like, you know what? We're gonna come back, man. And I feel like that's what the people wanted, man. And so now, like, I feel like God is really blessing me because multiple different opportunities are opening. I mean, I'm sitting right here. I went from watching this pod to now I'm being interviewed on the pod. You know what I mean? That's growth. I look at it like, growth, and I decided that last year that I was going to take music all the way serious, all, like, give it my all. Gotcha, and like now all the doors are opening, bro. I'm sitting here. I'm happy as ever.
Okay. So this is the most ironic question that you're probably ever going to get, but where are you from?
Actually, so I'm from Kansas City. So like I'm from KC. So I was born in Louisiana. Okay. Military family. So we moved around a lot. Then we ended up in Leavenworth, Kansas.
Okay.
That's a military.
Yeah, it's
Military.
military. Yeah, it's military.
And then my parents split, but my family was already from Leavenworth, Kansas. So a lot of them moved to Kansas City. So we moved to Kansas City. So I was here probably like in second grade.
Gotcha. Okay. So, okay.
I got my first workstation in 03.
03? Yeah, damn, that was a crazy year, actually, with all the music that was coming out of Kansas City at that time.
Yeah, so that's when that Triton came out.
Yeah.
Around 03. That Triton came out. That's when Neptunes was everything, because they was using every single sound in the Triton. So no matter what you wanted to do, like you couldn't, because you're like, damn, Pharrell used that.
Right. Pharrell was the god at that point.
Pharrell
He
was the wave.
He was
Yeah,
experimenting with things that people didn't even dream about.
Yeah.
Right.
So
goddamn spray can.
yeah. So that's when you couldn't even. You had to take your whole joint. Like if you wanted to go play beats at a studio, you had to take the whole workstation with you.
Right.
You guys like this?
The memory cards weren't little back then.
MIDI chords.
Right.
So here we go.
I got a quarter and 1/8 inch aux. What you got? Link me up, dog.
You know what I'm talking about,
man. I'm telling you.
So then, what made you get into making beats, bro?
So when I came, I was in college in like 05. So I was already doing beats, but like nobody really knew, because like at that time I had Sony Acid, like that music program. So nobody really knew. Then I came home from college, and I was like, maybe it was like winter break or something like that. And I got to the crib. I got to his crib, and he was writing in the notebook. I'm like, what's up? What are you doing? He's like, man, we about to go to the studio. I'm like, we? Studio? Y'all going to a studio? Like, because you have to imagine, we graduate high school.
Right.
Studios wasn't even a thing that you would rap with your homeboys, and y'all might record it on the,
right, or I'm beating on my chest while we're driving in the car.
Might record it,
freestyling in the car.
Yeah, on a karaoke machine or something. Y'all might have a song like that. Studio. Where do y'all know a studio? So anyway, they told me they was going to the studio. He told me to write a rap. He showed me the beat. He told me to write a rap. I ain't never wrote a rap in my life, but I did a lot of freestyling, because that's what you did. Like,
yeah, of course, yeah.
Freestyling, that's what you do. Wrote the rap, drove to the studio. Couldn't believe it. There's a studio in this dude's house. So he was like, yo, dude got a studio in the crib. Oh, God. So everybody's rapping, but I noticed everybody was really caring what this dude thinks. Like, everybody would rap something and they'd be like, what you think? Gunsmoke was his name. What do you think? What you think? What you think? And I'm like, why they care so much?
Looking for validation.
Yeah, like, why they care what this dude think? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Who is he? Because you don't know him, right?
What's up? They told me he was the producer. He made the beat that we're listening to.
Oh, okay.
So at this time, I'm thinking like people who make beats are like Timbaland. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah.
That's who was big then. Timbaland was the name.
I'm not
then.
thinking this is a thing. So I look at King Kie, because he was the one who was putting everything together. He's been great since then. So he's been putting everything together. The next thing I know, I'm like, can you show me how to do that? He introduced me to the world of FL Studio. And that was back then when it was still called Fruity Loops. Like, if you downloaded it, it was called Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops, yep.
Correct. And so from there, I started tinkering. You know what I'm saying? Making horrible beats for like a year and a half. And then
He said making horrible beats.
no, horrible. I'm talking about like beep, 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 bong, 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 like the worst beats. But I would be like, yeah.
I'm a genius, right?
I'm a genius, yeah.
Right. I'm a
Soulja Boy,
genius.
tell
You
him.
hear the
I'm
way
on
that
this. I'm
you
on
hear
this.
the way that bass
And then,
slaps, right?
like, you may not know, you may know, but if you hung around producers, they'll make that one.
Yeah.
So they make 127 horrible beats.
That sound like that one, but
And in that one, that's
A
crazy.
gem, yeah.
And then everybody's going, hey, hey. So now you
let me
understand.
get that.
Exactly. So now you're like, hold on. Is this how it's done? Like, that's all y'all needed to hear was that one thing? So then I learned, like, okay, they like the bass line.
Yeah.
And then they like the piano. Oh, okay.
Like the floating keys.
They like the keys.
bells. Yeah.
Okay, this is what we doing. And then they like the strings that go. That was back in Kansas City when everybody had appreciated strings in every beat. I don't know what was going on.
Dipset was doing their thing, right.
So I was like, holy shit. So I went from going what was in my brain to figuring out what you liked. And it's been like that forever since. Like I said, I'm a great facilitator. Like, I can listen to what you want, sit down and talk to you, and then be like, oh, this is what you really want?
You're a beat planner. You're like a party planner, but for beats.
I'm a vision creator. Like, you can come to me with your vision, and what I can do is say, okay, here's the music behind that vision. And this is how we work together. So,
wow.
When I realized that symbiotic relationship between the artist and the producer, and that the producer is really like key factor in this song getting done. Because like, if the beat's terrible, the song's never gonna get done. You know what I mean? So,
well, not even that, people ain't gonna listen to it.
Correct.
Right.
So they're gonna skip as soon as you get past it. So once I realized the magic between like artists and producers and how that really works, I fell in love from there, man. I was really just every day, like I'd go, because I didn't have a computer at the time, and so I'd always have to go to King's house. So like every day, bro, I'd be over at that. He had like a studio apartment, and there'd be like 15 of us in there.
Hey man, shoot,
just waiting on somebody to make a hot beat, so that way we can just start writing to it. So
that's dope.
You know, yeah. So that's what really got me into that, man. Like I really understood, like albums are really like the key. Like I love doing singles, but like doing a whole body of work, man, there's nothing better than that.
It's an art project.
It really is.
Now speak on that now. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre just dropped Missionary.
Yeah.
And like he was like, man, I don't want no one touching another beat. Like I don't want nobody producing it. I want just the producer. And that goes back to like I think the 90s and whatnot. Like people were like, hey bro, we got to have a whole producer make this whole thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's the thing that's kind of hip hop is missing right now is because so many people are like, all right, I'm gonna make an album and I need Soulja Boy tell him and I need this and all these other people to make all these beats. And it's like, bro, no, like, why don't you stick with your one producer, you know what I'm saying, that knows you, knows your sound, knows your stuff like that, and then create a masterpiece.
A project, yeah.
And if he's not at the level you need, listen, if he's not at the level you need, or he or she is not at the level you need them to be, okay.
That far.
Yeah. If they're not at the level you need them to be, level them up. Let me tell you something. Stop coming to them talking about, hey, bro, this don't sound as hard as the such and such beat. Y'all need to go figure out who made the beat that you're pointing at. You need to go figure out what they're using.
YouTube University.
Correct. And if your producer doesn't have that system or that plug-in or that sound or what have you, level them up.
Pay for it.
Get it to them.
There's monthly subscriptions you could pay for. It's nothing.
I'm only on the level I am at right now because my team supported me.
Thanks.
So the studio that we record at and everything that we do, the studio that we built, it wasn't just me funneling out the money. Somebody came to me like, you need monitors? All right, cool. How much are monitors? How much are the best monitors? All right, bet. There's this much. Hey, here you go, bro. Do that.
I mean, you're looking at this podcast. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like we started this off with these weird couches and everything like that.
Yeah, we just played flip-flop.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, bro, this looks good. All right, what you think about this? All right, cool. Now what do you want to do with this? We got to have the paintings behind us. Like
and I'm telling you that bond that you build from leveling somebody up, and they might not need to be a level up. What I'm saying is though, if they're not doing what you need them to do, work with them and level them up to where they're doing what you need them to do. So if that means you got to send them YouTube videos, if that means you got to send them songs that reference what they want to hear, do that. Work with your producer. Stop wanting them to make what you've heard on the radio and then being mad when they don't. Just work with them, man. Build with them. Build. I'm telling you, you'll get way better results, and that producer will be way more loyal to you because that producer's going to get better. That's what producers do. They get better.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just get better and better and better. So by the time they get to the point where they land that fabulous beat, I'm just saying fabulous off the top of my head.
Right.
So they land that fabulous placement. Well, they're going to be able to come to you and be like, come on, I got a fabulous placement. You know what I'm saying? And this is my guy. I feel like that's what happened with Mustard and YG. Because Mustard started getting beats with other people, but you would see YG featured on the song.
Well, not even that producer. I'm gonna throw a producer at you that you might. I mean, I'm guaranteeing you know, but Jay White.
Yeah.
Jay White did it. He's from Leavenworth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like he was doing, the placements with Chris Calicos and the Tech Nines, all that stuff like that. And then now, in the last probably 10 years, he got the placement on Bodak Yellow with Cardi B, and then everything just went from there. Now he's doing songs with Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce to J. Cole's.
Right.
And it's like, the names upon names, but the thing is like now he's damn near not even reachable.
Correct.
Because he might reach out to the people that he's been doing stuff with, beforehand. It's like that, but he's gone.
I actually had a really nice conversation with him. He was on my boy Nick B's podcast, and Nick B called me and was like, I need you to come up here now. Jay White's going to be up here, and I'm interviewing him. And he was like, I'm only calling you. Did you see what I'm saying? He's like, I'm only calling you.
Right.
So I went up there, and we chatted, and he told me, like, man, you were on it. Like, I'm like, wow.
You were at the top of the short list.
I was like, oh, all right.
I used to make his hats at Lids.
Oh damn!
So,
Like,
you-
it's like, bro, it's like, and when we were talking, I was just, sitting there telling him like my passion. He was like, man, you're on it. So, and the fact that shout out to Nick B, the fact that he even invited me to come be in that kind of presence is something that I like. Again, doors just keep opening up for me, man. And I said it's ever since I decided to say, you know what, I'm giving my all to music. It's literally like God was like, word, sprinkle everything in front of me now, man.
So tell me what influences all your sound.
Vibes. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So like, my sound is literally how I'm feeling. So like, and so it's hard for me. So like, sometimes people will come to me and be like, "Yo, I need 7 trap beats."
But your life soundtrack doesn't go that way.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I can get them to you. It just might be like a month. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I kind of have to go off that vibe. Now, if you come and supply a vibe, I can work immediately. So like, there's some people who don't give you vibe. Like, you come over, they'll come through, play me what you got. Play you what I got. Okay, cool. No problem.
No,
Bow.
I get it.
And then you just keep going through the beats, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But then there's some people come through, and they're like, hey, bro, I heard this song, and it was like, bah, 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 bah. Hey, go record that in there. I'll go take that, the bop, 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 record it, make a beat around the bop, bop, bop.
The same way with art. Like, if I have to be, the way to get in flow state, it's like if someone brings the energy to you and I can absorb that and kind of get the symbiotic relationship, I get it.
Yeah,
that's how I can paint live to somebody, that if I can feel what they're doing on stage, if I don't dig it, like, I'm not okay. I can still paint.
Yes,
but I'm not. It's not a symbiotic relationship.
I get it. No, I get it.
I say
I totally get it.
If I had to say somebody, if I had to put somebody's name out there, I'd probably say like Ye. Yay.
God, man, this dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't help it.
No, you're right.
Because in 2001, he shook up the game.
No, I know.
Like, I'm like, wow. So, like, maybe 2025, yay? I don't know. Because I don't have an opinion one way or another. But the thing about it is...
Until he drops his new album, everyone's like, man, that song is great. Yeah, we can't stand his head.
Well,
the best coming thing. So, I understand that. But like I said, that whole, like, taking hip-hop and soulifying it,
right?
I really like that part of it. Like, because, like, I feel like his wave was like that, like when Neo Soul came out, like it was around that same time. Mm-hmm. Like, the hip hop beat.
And I heard him say, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it gave that soul. So, like, when he got on that Talib Kweli and he did Get By, just to get by.
Right.
That changed hip hop.
That was on Dave Chappelle's show.
I'm saying.
Right,
so
he came on Dave Chappelle's show and just dropped that one. That was crazy.
It put Talib Kweli on the same conversation as like a 50.
Yeah.
During that time.
Right.
And he was such a
that song
so
went
lyrical.
Platinum. You know, that song went platinum. Yeah. His eardrum album went platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I think Kanye's production really put everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think
People's,
it's Dilated People's. Yeah. Like, even Rhyme Fest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Brand new, and that, like, they're still using that sample. Even with the Tyga and Lil Wayne record, you know, like he's like, I got brand new Funyuns and something zero Funyuns, whatever. But
well, and people didn't really dress well back then either. And now I feel like a lot of people, like, that's all people want to do is dress well.
Because so many different styles have evolved. You can
I love to dress. Yeah. I was like,
that dude was wearing a polo and some J's. It was like, what the hell is that shit?
Me too.
With a backpack.
I did the same shit. Sweater vest. Right. And I was 500 and something pounds back then. So imagine, you know what I'm saying? So
still buying a polo. It's like, man, I'm in there. Like, it don't matter.
Goodness gracious. So, you know, a 7X and 6X. Holy shit. Goodness.
You got a special order of
that? Yeah.
Or Burlington Coat Factory.
DXL, baby. Shout out. You know what I mean? Shout out DXL holding me down. Yeah. You know what I mean?
All right.
You got a free ad, but yeah.
Free placement. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's really what kind of influences my sound. Vibrations, man. Like, because I do everything early in the morning. I'm an early morning person. You know, the fact that I'm even, you know, I had to like get myself pumped up to be out here, you know, kind of late because I don't really move too much in the evenings, but unless there's some reason I need to. But
of course,
I do. I'm real early. So the thing about it is that like I'll get up at like 5, turn on the computer, and just like I do my morning meditation and prayer, and then like I might watch a video. Like I like to watch greatness before I do music. So like I might watch a Michael Jordan, like The Last Dance. I might watch an episode of The Last Dance.
Okay.
Roll me one up, have my coffee. And then the next thing you know, I walk over, like something will pop in my head. I'll be like, I'll just do that in my head, and I'll get up and go over there. Like, oh shit, and then literally, that's how the beat starts. I do that every morning. Yes, sir.
What's your opinion on sampling?
I love it. We should do more of it. Yeah, we should do a lot more sampling. I do think that here's the thing.
You want to pay the publishing?
Here's the thing. So, I'm an avid user of like TrackLib. So I go about using TrackLib the right way. So I go through, if we do a song, I pull a sample, I go get it taken care of. I don't really have any issues from there. You know what I mean? So I love sampling, right? Now, jacking somebody's song and like giving them no love, you never registered it right, you didn't do it, it's just on YouTube or TikTok and you just taking that and running with it. That's not really sampling to me. That's more of a jack move. You know what I mean? That's more of somebody like, yo, like
that was cool. So I'm gonna let you take it.
I'm just gonna take it and just run with it. And that's
because you didn't do it right.
That's one.
Because your business was backwards.
But like, if you really, if you really go through the right channels and the avenues to get it taken care of, I'm all about sampling, man. Like I really feel like that's what hip hop was kind of, like based on, was like taking records and
doing their spin to it
and using it like an instrument. So, because they had two turntables, so it would be like, bam, 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 bam. Like you're like, oh, they're using that like an instrument. And then, because a lot of the DJs couldn't talk too well, they had to have somebody talking over the mic. So I think that that's kind of where hip hop comes from. So I do like all these sample libraries that that people are putting out and things like that. So I really do think that sampling is great. I think that it's the real foundation of hip hop. Now, let me say this. I do believe that we do need to have more music programs to teach people how to play music.
Thank you.
Because the one thing that I do believe in is having, I tell kids all the time, if you can play an instrument, you'll always have a job. No matter what the instrument is. Somebody's always looking for somebody to play on a band. Somebody's always looking to take some
dude's
people
sick,
on
you know how to play chords? Like, I can play rhythm guitar.
And the next thing you know, you're Scott Storch. You know what I mean? Like, the Roots could ask you to fill in for somebody because somebody's sick. Next thing you know, you're Scott Storch.
I'm feeling for Questlove.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So,
I wouldn't question it, man.
I do believe that, learning an instrument will be vital, especially if you want to be a producer or anything in kind of music, because you can almost let somebody tell you anything.
Because you know all the scales, you know all the cheat codes, you've all the mathematics.
So when you're like, hey, I need the song in A minor, and they're like, it doesn't need to be in A minor, and you're like, no, it needs to be in A minor. This is A minor. Oh.
That's why my vocals didn't sound right. No kidding, dummy.
Because you walk over there, and I can show you A minor. Do you need me to show you? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I think as an artist or anybody, you need to be fully like educated on your.
Yeah, they definitely gonna know what A minor is now.
Yeah,
they definitely gonna figure out that shit now.
Yeah, it's like you gotta learn. So,
gotcha, okay.
And I took some keyboarding lessons and stuff like that, just so that way I'm not like bound by like pushing buttons and things like that.
Did you? I know it dropped today. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but did you watch the Kendrick Luther video?
No, I have not.
Definitely watch it.
I have not seen it yet.
And this is what I meant like with the circling back, but like they sampled obviously I think it was Luther Vandross, right? Like actually throughout the whole the whole video, like they're playing Luther, and stuff, but then they go back and they start playing the Luther Vandross song, like, and they're pretty much just paying homage. Like it's like halfway Luther, and then it's the Luther Vandross song, and then they go back to playing, with SZA's verse, and then they at the end.
So they play the actual song. They're not really just sampling it. They're doing.
Yeah, they played at the very end of it, like at the very end when they're like starting to get done with the whole.
They blended it all together.
No, they didn't blend it. They literally just play the end of.
Oh damn!
Luther Vandross' song. Like
that's hard.
It's completely Kendrick and them saying, "Look, we sampled this, but this is really the culture. This is what we grabbed it from."
Yeah.
And respect it.
I love it when you do that. I love when people do that. Like I remember when Project Pat had that song "Choose You," that got redone by UGK.
UGK. Yep.
But on the beginning, on Project Pat's version, it's like, "Hey, what's up? It's the Mac Willie Hutch, and I'm working with 3-6 Mafia." And you're like, "Oh!" Because they got Willie Hutch to come on the track and like show love, just like Jay-Z when he did "Bam" on 444. He had Sister Nancy on the song. So it just wasn't her sampling the bam bam bam. She was in there, bam bam. Like she was doing it again.
Yeah, right.
So
Got
it was
live,
like, yeah. So like, Hov always shows love. That's I've always like appreciated about Hov was like whenever he does do a sample, like he'll show love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he'll show
Right,
love.
if he can get you to actually do it, he gonna get you to actually do it.
Yeah, so I think that's dope. So yeah, I love sampling, man. I think you should always do it. I think that's something. Kendrick does it very nice. I think that Kendrick does a really good job with it. Same thing with Drake. I give Drake a lot of props. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I mean, I can't front on Drake. Drake was somebody again. When I first heard his music, I was like, oh yeah. And he was the one who showed me Drake the first time. He had a song called "Friends with Money," and I was like, oh wow. I was like, I got friends with money, or something like that. And I got money too. And then I'm like, oh wow, like this dude's gonna be crazy. And then the next thing you know, he's Drake. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy.
Is your main genre hip hop?
I would say that. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you like to listen to? I mean, are you into like new stuff like Alpha Mist and Moonchild and things like that? I mean, like those type of vibes or what?
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
New music that I listen to, like new stuff, it would be like more like I don't know, like what's the word that we found out what it was called? Like lounge music.
Lo-fi.
It's like, but it's got like a funk undertone on it. It's like
Like a George Clinton?
Oh, like that Clandheim.
I mean,
like
George Clinton's is definitely not new.
like MGMT. There's a group called Jungle.
Okay, yeah, I know
like
you're talking about.
Tame Impala.
Yeah, Tame Impala. Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Lost
Dope
as fuck.
Lemon.
I don't know
Yeah,
what the
Dope
fuck you're
Lemon and
talking
all that. Yeah, I'm with it.
I listen to a guy named.
I'm with it. No,
I listen to a guy named Collaborate a lot. AJ McQueen. I listen to a lot of like folk music. Like that, like girls, like wearing skirts, going to the wine bar, like running around in like tall grass, like that. The music that they would listen to during that is kind of the music.
And they're
that
barefoot.
Run around in tall
barefoot.
grass.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
pigtails.
Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
sounds like some
Yeah.
without a paddle type shit.
Abigail and Morgan.
I'm
know
with
what
you,
I mean?
man.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
on natural.
Addison.
Right, I'm natural.
Madison and Addison. Yeah, whatever.
Right.
So,
And
That's
Seven
how it is,
Brothers.
man. Hey, it's your forte.
I like funk music. I literally listen to everything because I have to.
Of course.
I have to listen to everything. Like, especially somebody who likes to sample. Like, I like to sample. So, like, I like to listen to songs and be like, oh, is it like we was on the way over here? We just listened to a Juicy J song.
Yep.
And I literally heard and I realized that Juicy J, shout out Juicy J, we called it an infinity flow. Juicy J's flow will never get old to me.
Nope.
Never.
Yeah, ho.
Infinity Flow.
That's all.
And
Yeah,
you
ho.
can use that flow on any beat.
We might have to
Slow beats, fast beats. I dissect music. It's hard for me to listen to music because I dissect it immediately. Like, this is why this is dope. Oh, okay. They took this sample. Like, we
like
listened to...
Ghostface Pretty Tony had so many good samples on it, man.
That's what man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Supreme Clientele. Supreme Clientele
That
probably had
one,
the best
yeah.
samples. Supreme
You think
Clientele
so?
had the best samples.
Better than Pretty Tony?
Yeah. I'm not
Okay,
saying...
maybe they're just a few on Pretty Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they can
that
sample,
shit was
man.
hard. Yeah, that shit was hard. So I don't want to get y'all stuck.
Yeah,
I didn't want to sing the
right,
whole
right.
song and get this video ripped off.
Yeah. Like paid promotion.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But
Fine
no,
details.
like, I think that like my influence, like I literally listen to almost everything because like me and him did a project called Bonfire. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
And so it's kind of folky. You know what I mean? But it's kind of got like some some country on it, but very hip hop. But it's just like I said, it's not a country hip hop. I don't hate when people say that. It's not a country hip hop. It's literally folky, us just rapping.
So did Nelly create country hip hop?
Yes.
I would have to say, with country grammar?
Nelly gets none of his props. He literally, like he said,
broke the mainframe.
He did it on his own. He said it on Drink Champs. He did it on his own.
Bubba Sparks tried.
Like he did it on his own.
Well, that was after though.
That was after Nelly.
This dude, I remember this shit. He did Over and Over with Tim McGraw, and when they played that on Mix 93, I said, this is the worst song ever made.
Well,
but at the time I was, because I was like, why is this country, like, this shit don't mesh.
Because you were in a lane at
fuck
that point.
that. Before that,
With what?
honey didn't want to ride with me.
Well, okay,
That's a country song. They actually had country.
It's
hats
stomping. They're
on.
dancing.
Well,
doing the
I
thing.
know.
Yeah,
Trucks.
square dancing.
I know.
yeah.
But that's Nelly being Nelly.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to more of Nelly, that's all Nelly. Like, I mean, if you want to take a ride with me, all that stuff from, I'm Number One, all that stuff, he did it all.
That's a country song. I'm Number One. Listen to it.
It is.
You can literally take out the hip hop of it,
Yes, you're right.
and play that on a guitar.
Acoustic, yeah, it's
He's country.
Yeah.
He's
crazy.
Missouri. He's from Missouri.
No, I get it. No, I know.
I think he's the greatest. I think he's literally one of the greatest like melody writers in hip hop. Like him,
That's
Ja
cool take.
Rule, 50 Cent.
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Melodious hip hop. Like
that's it.
they
Yeah,
really killed.
you're right.
Like
Yeah.
that whole like Kid Cudi, like just having harmony in hip hop, like that was dope to me.
Yeah, but Nelly was just like on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
because
because you find me like who,
like you can find me.
like who even thought of even starting
Right.
that? That's crazy. Imagine, because back then hip hop was like, hey yo,
But bro, he made all types.
remember
of
came
shit,
out,
though.
you can find me. Wow, that's the first thing we're gonna ever hear from you, and that's dope to me. You know,
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying? I remember hearing that from a mixtape. Somebody came from St. Louis with a tape with that song on it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's hard. Because
Right.
he did the melody, he did the nursery rhyme. So yeah.
And he was like doing in the video, he doing this. He's like, I'm like, is this body rock?
I feel like sometimes people are afraid to be them sometimes though. Like we need to kind of go back to that, like
Right. Be you.
to be you. You know what I mean? Because you
you're right.
see what it did. It made people a lot of money.
So you think the hardest rapper out of St. Louis is Nelly? Because a lot of people through the podcast and whatnot, they said Jaquan.
I'm gonna say Murphy Lee.
Murph. Yep.
Thank God.
Murph.
Thank
you.
fucking God,
I'm
man.
gonna say Murphy Lee.
Murph.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time
Murph.
every time Murphy Lee rapped, I was sitting there like this, like,
Yeah.
Me too.
the hell is he getting ready to say?
Murph.
You know what I'm saying? I got keys like I'm mowing lawn or whatever he said on that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
killed. What is that?
Shake Your Tail Feather. I walked out. That was my wedding walkout song, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not
I know
walking
when
out
you
until
said that, I was
Murphy Lee.
like, I can believe it. I can believe it.
Until Murphy Lee, I was like they pop on like the moving lawns. He's like connect them next like Voltron.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was like, this dude is ridiculous.
And then his first album, Murphy's Law. Y'all
Stupid.
better stop.
Stupid.
Y'all better stop. Look what I'm saying. Like he literally,
Murphy
but he
Lee
even
is-
said, "I didn't want to be famous. He didn't want the limelight." I'm like, "Oh, bro, you should have took that limelight. I would have." Because like
The
people
money
was
or
looking
fame,
at
I
you
take the
like
money.
Nelly. Like they was looking at, they was putting you
He
and
was-
Nelly
yeah,
in
you're
the
right.
same
He was right there.
conversation.
He was. I mean,
Yeah.
that dude. I mean, what the hook gonna be? He made a whole song without the hook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He killed
yeah.
that whole
Crazy.
thing, man. That man.
I'm glad you said it because a lot of people like from the pod and stuff like that. They're like, man, Jaquan.
No,
Which-
Jaquan was hard. Hood Hop was a
Yeah.
classic album.
Well, I think the Hood Hop song doesn't get enough fucking praise.
No, it doesn't.
That's how much damage we did back in them days with that song.
Yeah.
As soon as that song come on, I'm like, it's got growls in it. You can't do shit but
Right.
be aggressive on a growl song.
Right.
What do you want me to do? You growling on the song, you want me to do it. It's like Lil Jon. It's like, how are we supposed to not fight? You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
he's literally said, if you hate that, punch him in his face. Like,
Right. You told me what to do.
it's like, what is happening? It's like,
I was a DJ on a party bus. I was on a party bus and I was playing like Lil Jon and one of my friends. He's like, "Hey, bro, would you stop playing that shit?"
No.
And I said, "Bro, nah, bro, this shit." He goes, "No, bro, people about to start fighting." And I was like, "Man, fuck it, we gonna riot then. Let's ride." And he
Okay.
goes, "We're on a party bus."
but let me ask you though. Okay,
I'm not gonna lie, I fell out the party bus, but yeah.
so here's the only person that I felt like never got a Lil Jon beat who should have back then, who's equally as hard as everybody. Shout out to Rob.Sumbody, put me on. Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti.
I'm a Dolph head, man, so I'm not.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the
think
thing.
I'm Dolph,
I like Dolph too.
No, Yo Gotti.
Yo
put on
Gotti
everybody
came
on.
out when he first came around with them.
I know, I got it.
With that, oh my God, it was like, you need a Lil Jon beat. How come you never got one? P.D. Pablo got one.
Yeah,
Goodness
exactly.
gracious. Goodness gracious.
What did Blaze say? You don't know Gotti like I know Gotti.
Goodness
That
gracious.
motherfucker
Man.
said, "Freak-a-leak, Shaniqua."
Man.
Monisha.
Classics.
Monisha.
So that's where I come from. Making bangers. Like, that's where I come from. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, like, when people come around and listen to my songs, I mix them so it's a banger. Like, I don't mix it so it sound like, boom, yeah, shit hard, bro. No. When you hear it immediately,
It catches you.
The first
Yeah.
5 seconds of any song is going to catch you because that's who I am.
Well, that's funny you say that because like to fast forward with this,
Yeah.
DJ Mustard when he made Not Like Us, he sat there and said he's like, I want an in the club West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
He's like that's what I'm wanting to go for the direction of this song. And he's like, in the club by 50 Cent, but I want to make it like a West Coast beat. And he goes, but I need to have Lil Jon's vibe to it.
Yep.
So then he mixed it all together. And like when that shit dropped, when it first dropped, when I was sitting there, I remember where I was sitting on the table just eating some Taco Bell. I was like, Kendrick didn't drop. What is this weird ass location map?
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked it and it was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh, I'm in it. I don't even know what's going on.
But then he came. That's what I'm saying. And the rap just solidified it again. That
The
symbiotic
rap,
relationship. So sometimes like you'll have the beats that are carrying the rapper, and then sometimes you have a rapper who carries the beat. Like I feel like Nas got caught up in that like early. He was the rapper that was carrying beats. Like you're like, bro, like you can get harder beats. But you know what I'm saying? Like and then he got with Hit Boy, and then he got it with Hit Boy.
Yeah.
It was like now the beats are matching his caliber of rhyme.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm saying, so yeah, that symbiotic relationship. But again, you see what happened. Nas linked up and locked in with Hit Boy. You know what I mean? Like locked in. You can't
Future
have ADD.
with Metro Boomin.
Artists, y'all can't have ADD. I know YouTube beats are easy to get. You know what I'm saying? Find you a producer, bro. Find you a producer.
Invest into the producer, because without the producer, your music ain't shit.
Bro, and especially if the producer cares, man. Like I said, like if the producer's treating you like, I get it, like another number, I get it. Mm-hmm. Do your thing, get your beat, and get out of it. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do. Okay. But if the producer's like, listen, okay, well, send me your vocals after that, and I can come in here and fix the beat up, and now he's invested in you.
True.
Invest in him. You know what I mean? Because you probably didn't pay for the beat you rapping on, so you might as well just go ahead and.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Buy him a little piece of equipment or something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't shit to go to Guitar Center $69.99. That's gonna change his whole life. You know what I mean? Get him a MIDI keyboard. Just walk in. Hey, bro, I got you this MIDI keyboard, bro. I saw you was doing this. This MIDI keyboard gonna change the game. Now that MIDI keyboard probably cost you $40, right? To him, you just gave him $1 million because he's able to now expand his horizon. You don't know what you just did to that producer. So again, stop trying to. I feel like don't try to finesse the producer, and producers don't. It's the same way around. Don't try to finesse these artists. Don't sell a beat to somebody that you sold another beat to, the same beat to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't do that.
Don't do that. I mean, if you want to do that, then just give them some terms. Like, all right, I'll sell you this beat for 90 days. You know what I'm saying? If you don't
6 months,
whatever. And if you don't want to accept that as an artist, you don't have to accept that. But at least he's putting his terms out. So I just think that, like, again, that symbiotic relationship, we got to get back to that. And so that's really been my goal with each of the artists that I've worked with. So instead of just sending them beats, I've been like, hey, yo, pull up on me, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying, we're going to start cooking.
Well, that's funny. That's funny you say that. There was a rapper out in Kansas City who had a song called KC Say Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to mention all the names and things like that, but he got the record, and he got it on Hot 103, the Hot 888, and he got it number 1. You know, and he was like doing this big ass, not press run or nothing like that, but he was like, bro, blah blah, like my song Casey Say Yeah is like blah blah blah, everywhere. A homie of mine who does music too, like, and they actually did music together. He came to him one time. He's like, yo, he's like, you might want to stop doing that press run from that record. And he's like, why? He's like, like you're hating on me or whatever. He's like, no. That record is actually Snoop Dogg and Shawty Low.
Oh, wow. Because
the producer sold it to the rapper that is in KZ, but then here comes Shawty Low and Snoop Dogg knocking at that producer's door like, hey, we want this beat. Well, what does the producer do? He's like, well, shoot, I've already sold it. He did bad business already, but he was like, it's Snoop Dogg. I got to, so he sold it to him. And so now that record was getting played everywhere by Shawty Low or by Snoop Dogg and Shawty Low. Is just falling into the wasteland. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, then both of my friends, like, they ended up having internal beef over that because they're like, oh, you hating on my record because I'm the man in the city. Like, I'm the man in the city. And they got into a real beef about that and ended a good friendship off of a producer selling it because he's like, look, I'm going to sell it to Snoop Dogg before I sell it to XYZ because you're a nobody to me. Yeah. And, like, that's the thing is like, and this is back in the day, growing up, because you can go on SoundClick and all that stuff like that, YouTube, all that stuff, and you're downloading all these beats. Stop buying the beats off of, like what you just sat there and said. Go to these producers' houses and stuff like that, not even their houses, studios, whatever, and cook something up organically with them. Yeah. So as I say that, from that.
Hey, but here's the thing. Producers, take that beat off your beat tape.
Right.
Just take the beat off your beat tape. Because like I said back then, I've been accused of not selling beats twice, but like, this person, I gave it to this person, and then somebody else heard the beat, and so then this person got a song, but like you gave this and that, you sent that beat to me. I've had that happen.
Play a
know what I
monkey
mean?
in the middle game.
Yeah, to where it's kind of like, well, yeah, I'll let you. I'm gonna send you the beat because you asked me to send it. You know what I'm saying?
And you jammed it out, and you thought it was cool, and you
Cool,
gave me
know
your
what I mean?
feedback.
But then
and that
like
was
nothing
it.
really happened with that, so I gave it to this person. So
Right.
I've ran into that. I don't even do
Right,
that.
you got to be
shit no
clear.
more.
I'm gonna rap 2 over this, and I need something for the
Correct.
hook, and then this.
So now if I send you a beat, just know that that's probably just gonna be yours for a minute, and then if I'm going to use it myself, I'll call you and tell you like, hey,
you're SOL unless.
like, hey, yo,
Hey,
Here
man,
are the
put that
terms,
money
yeah.
down. It's like, if you really want this beat, bro, throw me at least 100 or 50
if
something.
you really want this beat, do a song and put it out.
Right, let's go.
But not
right.
even that. If somebody's going to put money towards anything, dude, you know,
Yeah,
like,
it's holding it for yours, but it's not even about the money with me.
true.
It has
It's
nothing
the
to do
principle.
with.
Why
it's
would
the
you buy?
principle.
Why would you get a beat from me just to sit on
Sit
it?
on it.
It's gold. Like
Do
I
what
just
you
gave
gonna
you
do
something.
with it.
That,
You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep saying
That's
it,
true.
and that's
Yeah,
the
that's
thing
true.
that I keep trying to explain to people. My G's, you help producers a lot by putting out your music
Facts.
because we're doing this. We produce the music so we can let other people hear it and see what we're doing.
And they also sampled a whole. They listened through a whole bunch of your tracks for like this is the one, and
Right.
then all of it's this is the one to sit.
Yeah.
Sitting
But
back,
I
it
also
doesn't make sense.
But I also say this though too, and this is what I was gonna go into this next thing. But like the thing is, like a lot of these artists, you know, like if I'm an artist, you giving me a beat, okay, cool. Are you pushing this record too? Because that's the craziest thing is, you know, like these producers and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, man, like I'll give you the beat, or like throw me 150 for the beat or whatever. It's like, all right, cool. Like how much is it for exclusive rights? It's like, oh, okay, well, like 250 for that. It's like, okay, I'm gonna throw you 250 for the beat. And then they don't even help you push it. Like, you can make the song and drop the song, but they don't even push it. They're like, oh, okay, whatever, man. I'm like, hey, man, can I get like 100 for promotion or whatever? They're like, no, you got the beat. I'm like, bro, this is a hot-ass record. If you would put your effort towards this as a team and push this record, there ain't no telling where it can go.
Yeah.
They got to believe in you just as much as you believe in them.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the thing with me is that I can't speak for anybody else, but I usually be way more excited for the song, to push the song, than you be. Because, again.
I like that.
Yeah, because it's my resume, man.
I
You know
like
what I mean?
that.
Just as much as it's your resume, it's
Right,
my
you're
resume.
stamping your on the back end.
Correct.
Like, hey,
so when you hear that Domingo on, that Domingo tag, we're both being represented right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, I come from before beat tags was even a thing. So, there's sometimes I forget, like Miss Nicole's song, I'm like, damn, I didn't put my beat tag.
Did you put the what they want? Did you put your see?
See?
That's right. I didn't hear it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like,
But it's okay. You don't need to.
correct. But the thing is, the next one, it's in there twice.
Ah,
The next one, me and Modo doing,
twice.
it's in there twice. It's in the middle of the song and then it's at the beginning. But that's what he wanted because he liked my beat tag because he was like, it's unobtrusive. It's,
Right.
it's dope. So, no, I want it. You know what I'm saying? He actually was like, no, do the way you start every other song because I've been doing this thing. I'm not going to say it right now on air. You'll hear it once you hear all the songs. But, like, I have this thing that I do specifically for songs.
Yeah.
He wanted it. Like, he was like, hey, can you do the thing that you do for other songs? I'm like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
I
now
gotta-
that's becoming my signature start of a song. You know what I mean? So it's not anything special, but I just don't want to put it out there like that. But it's just like, but once you start hearing my beats, you'll be like, oh shit, that is how he starts his beats. Oh shit, you know what
So
I mean?
I know you were just you said you just got done talking to Sonny.
Yeah.
Have you been telling that dude to get a tag? Because I've been telling that dude since
We made up a tag, like I made up 7 tags while he was at my house. So he was playing us beats that he made because,
Motherfucker.
this is our first kind of time like getting together and like,
Facts, right.
And he came to the studio and I had him work on the song that I was working on because I wanted him to trap out. It was a very like serious song, like dum dum.
Yeah, that's
dum.
some vibes. Yeah.
So then he came through and trapped out the drums for me because I just was like, bro, like I like the way you do that shit. So then he was showing us his beats and like I told him like, bro, don't leave no beats around here because the thing with me, especially me and somebody together, we start making music right then and there. So like if you play the beat right now, we probably have a song by the time the end of the beat is done. At least a hook. So, that's what we were doing. So then we kept making up like, Sonny, give it to him. Like we were just like, what'd you say, Sonny send off. You know what I mean? Like we were just like, just fucking around. But like I do think that he does, but like again, like everybody has their own. He's real chill. You know what I mean? Like I'm very like,
Right.
Like, what's up? Like what's going down? Like let's link. Let's do this. So it's like, but he's funny as shit. Like he's funny as hell.
even him doing the drop was funny because he's like, yeah, we talked about this is Sonny C.
Yeah, He's funny.
Yeah,
as
if you
shit.
want some good
Like,
game,
Oh, yeah. He is funny.
Like
as
he
shit.
needs to like. I told him like you need to like write TV shows, bro. Like you're funny. Like
Yeah.
he's got that sense of humor that's like funny for TV.
and
Like,
he's got the punchline too.
yes.
Well,
'Cause
you never know if he's being serious.
Right.
You're like,
That's
are you
the
being
funny part
serious?
about it. Yeah.
No, for real. I grew up with him,
Yeah,
so like,
like,
you know, he'd be joking with me, and I'm like,
Cause I dropped somebody's name today, and he was like, "You're a real one for that," and I was like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? Like, but I was like, "Are you being funny?" Like, but it's funny, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, man. So I really like that guy, but I wouldn't have known him if it wasn't for Modo. You know what I'm saying? So
and I wouldn't have known Modo without Sonny.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, we're all kind of, and that's my thing. I'm trying to get along, get with everybody, and then like Unique is somebody who works with everybody, and so, you know, he's getting ready to drop an album. I don't know if you guys have interviewed him yet or not, but that would be somebody that I think that you guys should definitely interview. Excuse me, him and King Kie. Just because they have so much history in the game, it's like scary. Because like Unique came up around Tech and them, you know what I mean? So and like Tech loves Unique, you know what I'm saying? He showed up to a video of his one time. He let him come in while he's performing. So
Yeah,
like,
Marcus or not Marcus. His Tech's son produced a track for Unique and Influence.
Yes,
I know who.
So
I know,
yeah,
I
so
know
like
who
the
they are,
way Unique is, and he's really good at music and all this other things, and so you know he's somebody else that was kind of like he's iffy on you until you prove yourself. And I noticed that. So when we started working together, he was iffy on me. So you know he never really came around. He'd be like, yeah, we need to link up. You know,
Sure.
the same old artist shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Right,
should
well, for sure.
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
definitely link, bro. Anyway. So
I got a beat
you know
pack
what I'm
cooking
saying?
for you.
Yeah,
So
So-
he was real big like when Darrein Saffron, my homie, like every time he came in and did a show, he's like, I need a feature from you, Darrein. I need a feature from you, Darrein. And Darrein's like, yeah, talk to my manager, and he kept pointing at me, and I'm like, I'm not your fucking manager.
Do you see? Well, and he's been through
gotta
it
talk
all.
to the
Like
man
he's
behind
been
me.
through it all, and he's another one that we can sit down and I can play any beat, and he's just gonna go crazy. Like he's one of those artists. So, so wrap up the story. When I reached out to him, he finally came and sat down with me and things like that. He was like, "Bro, you know, you're amazing." So he started hearing me on other. This is how it always works.
Yep.
Somebody hears one of my beats on somebody else's songs. Who is that?
Yep.
That's Don Domingo. Oh, word, who is he? And then they go find me on Instagram, and then that's what happened. But I've known Unique for a long time just because he was working at Club Red when I was throwing parties at Club Red. I was the first to
fucking
throw
hate
parties
Club
at
Red.
Club Red. Hey, we had Club Red. Me
They
and Mike
wouldn't let
Money.
me in with some damn pants on. I said, man,
I
let
don't
me in
know when
here.
that was, but we had that thing lit. Shit.
Wasn't that over there off of what is that, Vivian or North Oak Traffic?
North Oak? Yeah.
God
We
damn
had.
it.
We
and,
was
it,
throwing
and it's underneath
parties.
the subway.
Yeah.
That damn place. I
We
showed
was
up in some
throwing
pants. They
parties,
said
bro.
you
We
can't
had
wear that. I said the
lines
fuck?
around the door, and he was the VIP dude.
Got it. Okay.
And so I
Makes
never
sense,
knew he
okay.
rapped. I knew he was a stripper, but I never knew he rapped. You know what I'm saying?
Told you.
Yeah.
That's
so,
what I said. I said, dude's a stripper.
Yeah.
He said, what?
He's a
Oh,
stripper.
all right, get it. How you
Yeah,
live,
no,
man?
yeah.
Right.
He was knocking off some baddies too back then. I'm like, bro, this is the nigga y'all. Okay, shout out. So anyway, so yeah, he was always down, and
said,
you know what I'm
dude,
saying. He was
stripper.
always a good dude. So he remembered me from those times, but he didn't know that I did music. He just knew me because I was moving around. So he was iffy, so he didn't know. So then he came around, man, and then we started creating. And then the next thing you know, on this new album he's doing, I got 6 out of 9 of them joints.
Wow.
So that means that he believed, because, you know, like, Unique
Right.
don't do nothing if he don't believe in you. Like, I'm telling you, like, he only goes to one engineer. Like, still. Like, he only works with one engineer. Like, I tried to record him one time. He was like, yeah, but I'm still going to go.
Who's
with
his engineer?
Gage at mid-range.
Mid-range. Okay.
Yep. So, you know, he goes to Gage, and Gage makes beautiful music. Him and Gage make beautiful music. And so I think that that's dope. So, and then so I got 6 of his joints. And so, like, King Kie is another one. Miss Nicole, she even told me, she was like, bro, I've been sleeping on you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been sleeping on you. She's like, but I heard the song that you did with King Kie, and I want to know what we can do. And I've got 2 joints with her so far. You know what I'm saying? So, and she don't, like I said, again, she only works with certain people. So, you know, my quality is there. And my songwriting is there as well. So, like, not only can I make this beat for you, we're going to make this shit dope as shit. So, like, I'm not going to sleep until this
You're the
song's...
full package.
Yeah, until this song's fucking
That's what's
dope.
up.
Like, we can't go to sleep until this song's dope. Like, I don't do that shit. So, and then Rob, he's been kind of like my, like, Snoop and Dre. Like, he's like my Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we build so well that we've got all kind of songs. He's got an album called... Sounds Like Fun out right now. Sounds Like Fun, and we call it Sounds Like Fun because every beat is a party beat. It's upbeat.
Oh, that's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying?
It's all
you know what I
vibe.
mean?
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
So his next project he got coming out is called SLV. It's called Sounds Like Vibes. You know what I'm saying? So he came to me and was like, "Yeah, bro, we killed the other one. Can we do R&B?" I'm like, "Hold my beer." You know what I mean? Hold my beer. So we came up with some sexy ass songs, and so now
Hell yeah.
he's got that. We're working on the next project. So he's somebody that I'm very invested in, but. Because I know King is working with Subliminal a lot, so and King and Subliminal,
Smart Aleck,
him and Smart Aleck got a really good relationship. He makes a lot of those good songs, but like if you need, me and King link up on a theme song, like a song that has a theme.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill that. Always. So, yeah, man. Between Not For Everybody, the album. Like I didn't know that I needed an album until I started rapping again, and people was like, "Bro, you gotta rap more." I'm like, "Word? You mean to rap more?"
Okay.
So who you got on the album then?
I got Yefta, Young B, King Kie, Rob.Sumbody. Don't let me forget anybody. Damn. I think I'm forgetting somebody, but I don't.
I was about to say, is that a rapper?
ODB Kells. ODB Kells. Yeah, she came through. I had a hook on a song, and then she came through and was like, "Yo, that hook is whack, bro. Let me sing it for you." I was like, "Damn." And she went in there and killed that
You
shit.
said thank you.
No, I actually asked her. I was like, "Nah, this shit don't sound as good as it could. And can you come in here and help me?" So, but it's called Not For Everybody because it's like I spent a lot of my time like trying to like be for everybody, like be the producer that. So sometimes I would like allow shit that I wouldn't normally allow because I wanted to like be a part of that.
Right. You're like, that kind of sounds whack, but I'll let you keep the reverb or the echo because you want that.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
just even your personality. Like you're just a toxic person, but I would be around you because it's like, sometimes at one point I thought like it was better to fit in than fit out. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, fitting in isn't something that I give a shit about. It's really about the best product possible. So I might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? I might not be your cup of tea. But the thing about me is that I'm not selfish. So if I'm not your cup of tea, I know who can point. I can point you in a direction. You know what I mean? Like I can point you in the right direction. I'm not selfish. I'll tell you about every other producer that I love in KC because it's not about making the hottest beats for me with me.
Right.
Not at all. It's about my ability to take something and then go, okay, this is what you want. This is what we're getting ready to push out. So I got 8 songs on that joint, man, and I mean, it's getting mixed by Gotti right now. Shout out to Gotti at Zoo Studio. But it's getting mixed by Gotti now, and I can't wait to drop it. And like I told y'all gonna see. If you go to like I told you, go to my thing. I'm already prepping for it right now. You'll see. You go to my Instagram right now. Shout out to Modo. He gave me some great instructions on how to get that done, and I think that's really what it's kind of starting to change the game for me. So I'm really proud of this album that's getting ready to come out. The beats are banging. I mean, like I got a song called Bigger, and you know what I'm saying, like. Just because I'm a big ass dude, you know what I'm saying.
I'll look out for that one in particular.
I was trying to get Epitome on the track. I thought that was going to work. I really thought it was going to work just because we're 2 big dudes.
I told you, big Epitome.
Yeah, so like
That's Glenn.
Yeah.
Hood
Well, my
reviews.
my homeboy was linking me up. So at that time, so I emailed him the song. Life is life. It may not have worked out, but I thought that would have been a good look just because we both big dudes, and the song's called Bigger. Like. So everything.
Shoot, get him.
You know what I'm saying? Everything. It still could be. Listen,
bro. Pull up to Buck Tui. I guarantee he's there. I guarantee
listen, he's got the track. It's in his email. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he got the track.
Come on now.
So we gonna either way. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, no love lost. But like I said, like that kind of concept though.
Yeah.
And the shit bangs. I mean, as soon as it comes on, it's just like, just a little bigger. Like it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we going crazy on that one. I got a song called. Not For Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm harmonizing on that shit a little bit. But when you hear these songs, bro, you're going to be like, I got a song called For Real with this guy, Yefta. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Yefta. He's out of Topeka, but he's somebody who pushes his music a lot, too. I don't know what it is, man, but he pushes his music crazy. And we met at a show, and he heard me rap, and he's like, bro, your beats are incredible, man. And you know what I mean? I'm like, word. He's like, and your songs are incredible. I'm like, word. So then he goes up there and raps. I'm like, hold on. You incredible. Your songs is incredible.
Right.
You know
Ditto.
Yeah, exactly. So then, again, I hit him up and he showed up. Like that's the thing I'm trying to say. Like, if I hit you up, don't look at me like a scrub. I know I got 200-something followers. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I just started my page up. That don't mean nothing to me. Come work and watch how this work get worked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We outside. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like evicted tenants.
Okay, so as we get to wrapping this up, man.
Yeah.
So let's do your Mount Rushmores.
Okay. Of what?
And this is I want to do the Mount Rushmores of KC producers.
Ooh.
Good one.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna say Pretty Boy Beats.
Yep.
Grand Finale. Somebody y'all might not know, but he's dope. Incredibly dope. I mean, you gotta say Don Juan just because, like, he set that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Talked to Don Juan last week.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta say Don Juan just because of the, you know. I mean, he set he just set everything up for the KC, like that whole sound that people know us for. Like, he kind of set that up. Brian Kennedy.
Okay.
Because I feel like he's taking it really far. Like, a lot of people mention him. Like, he's been him, and there was Lil Ronnie as well. But he was on the R&B Money podcast, and I was like, this is why people need to watch this. Because Brian Kennedy is, like, to me, is like what everybody who's a producer kind of dreams to do. Like, make it out of the city, go build this amazing thing in a different city, and just crank out hits all day.
Right. Like what Metro Boomin did out of St. Louis, and then he went to you know.
It's just like you crank, and again, you crank out bangers. You can't fight bangers, man.
Right.
So you can't fight a banger. So like I said, I've already got. I mean, just this year, I've got 3. You know what I'm saying? Like just this year, I've got Modo, What They Want. He got another song coming out called I Can't Believe It, and then Miss Nicole just dropped Sunday Vibes. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So
yeah, see, spring starting off nice.
Like man. So I told you,
good,
man. Like
that's a pretty good Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. You may not know me now, but like I told you, you know what I'm saying? End of the year, y'all might be calling me, you know what I mean? Because I might be doing something. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the way that I'm looking at this.
Okay. So, all right. So then, speaking on that then, man.
Yes, sir.
We do this thing on the pod, man. Who you want to see next on the podcast? And you got to help us get them. You got to throw the assist.
That's easy. I'm gonna say Unique, because he got an album coming out. And I think that would be dope for you all to sit down, talk to him, really hear his stories, because when you sit down, listen to him, man, you be like, goodness gracious, bro, he done been through 17 different horrible situations. You know what I mean? Like, or things that I probably would have crumbled on. You know what I mean? Like, so when you listen to his story, man, it's actually like really good. Like, it's really good. So yeah,
that's what's up.
Amazing artist.
All right.
Amazing artist.
You heard it, Unique.
Unique. Get over here, man. Answer your phone, man. We outside.
Answer your phone. All right. So tell real quick as we end this up. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Listen, you can find me, Don Domingo KC, on pretty much every single platform. TikTok, I'm just getting on there, boy. But I've been lighting it up. You know what I mean? Lighting it up like New Year's Eve over there. YouTube, you know what I mean? Don Domingo. Don Domingo. Down here and in the handle. HG, Day Wolves, How Gang. You know, that's how we do it. And you know, literally, just wait for these bangers, man. There's so much songs getting ready to come out, and I'll be here to tell you I told you so. I have no problem telling you that. At all. And then I actually have some great news. I've been approached about a show, kind of like a radio online kind of show. So I'm like, oh wow, you know what I mean?
That's
all right, we're gonna make this happen. So, you know, just be on the lookout for that too. So you're gonna see my face everywhere, man. I'm gonna be looking like a politician out here, man. Yeah. And I approve this message.
Get some babies. There you go.
I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely.
Absolutely.
This has been great.
All right, though, man. There y'all have it, man. I'm Snow.
Danny Slab.
Love. Don Domingo, the biggest.
Peace.
All right, peace.
I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want.